Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Cold Waters. It was requested I have another look at this game. It's been about 4 years since my last video, so let's have another look. I have installed the Epic campaign, which is going to make it a lot more difficult to play this game. Because the AI is a bunch better, and I had to reduce it just to casual, otherwise it's, just for me, too hard to play. So, I have decided to run a campaign in the 2002 global map. We're going to be playing as NATO, and keep in mind, the campaign is written, or the whole mod essentially, is written by the Russians, which means that you're going to see some quite pro-Russian lines pop out throughout the campaign. Such as that the NATO guys were the ones that started the war. The backstory, the quick version of it, is that during the 2001, 2002 test of the Kursk didn't miraculously sink. It was torpedoed by a couple of NATO submarines as they were listening in on the test of the Skral torpedo, capable of doing 500 kilometers an hour. And this just was not the accident that was, that it was made out to be. The Russians figured it out, and they have even detected one of the American submarines and sunk it, and the other one came back to the dock for repairs. The Toledo and Memphis, those were the submarines that apparently were involved in this August 2000 exercise. Or at least the exercise that the Russians did that turned into a shooting war. Because that is what we have. NATO countries attack as war is declared against the Russians. Now, the mission briefings are not necessarily great in the sense that the text, I think, is translated directly from Russian and some stuff is lost in translation. Such as the objective, find and drop enemy cruisers. Essentially eliminate any cruisers, or the enemy cruisers and any escorts that you can see. They're starting to prepare from Petropavlovsk and Kamchatsky. I need to get out there. They're going to take to Norwegian Sea. Alright, so that's where we're heading. As for my armament, I don't really like the harpoons because they don't have enough explosive warhead. I do like the mobile submarine simulators. I would rather have those loaded. How do you do that again? There. Equip that. And then bring a couple of ATCABs. That's the Mark 48 Advanced Capacity Torpedo. So we get 6 Mosses, 2 of which are loaded, 4 of which are ready, 6 ATCABs are loaded, and 20 are ready. Let's go. We're over here in the Atlantic. We're going to go to the Norwegian Sea. And they're preparing to cast off from here. I wonder if they're going to go all the way around. Or if they're going to go all the way around Africa. Because they have options. Now, as you can tell, the global map, I don't believe it's something that you can normally have in this game. There are a ton of assets everywhere. There's a submarine departing from Murmansk. It's not my objective. But if a submarine happens to get in the way, it's going to have to get dealt with. Can't have this guy engage shipping, of course. Okay, let's see. Battle stations. Bearing 312.
Con sonar new contact bearing 1.
That's not 312.
Designated Sierra 1.
That's 182.
Con sonar new contact bearing 1 6 0.
Okay, we're gonna rig for ultra quiet. I don't want to make a noise.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We had a couple of contacts out here that were not listed. So I'm thinking these might just be merchantmen. Neutrals. Just means don't shoot torpedoes at these guys because they're not hostile. Essentially. But I could be wrong. Maybe something on the global map was missed. Maybe they are not as innocent as they appear. No, this is a merchantman. I think most of these are going to be merchants. Well, hold on. This guy's pretty quiet. Sierra 4. This guy is not. And this guy definitely is not. Pretty big profile on the passive sonar array. And I'm definitely not going to be actively pinging away at these things. Not if I'm hunting an enemy submarine. It's basically throwing a flare out there and saying, hey, over here.
Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
We got here. Could be another merchant. Could even be an oil rig. That's apparently also a thing in this mod. Let's see. It's not quite that. It's a trawler. What is this?
Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
It's very quiet relative to the other things. It could be a submarine that's sort of hiding between the enemy, or between the merchantmen. It lines up perfectly with an Akula class. Improved Akula class. Let's, for the time being, say that that is what we're chasing.
Classified as submerged submarine.
Make turns for 3 knots.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
I want to be pretty careful with this guy, because it's a really dangerous adversary. Solution 68. I also have to be really careful not to accidentally torpedo a merchantman, because that's generally frowned upon. There it is. 9.4 kilometers out. There's the Akula. For now, it might be unaware. Let's go with a passive torpedo, which means it's not going to be making noise just yet. Now, these things have a lot of range. I can go as far as about 50-kilometer range. So if I send it here, it's going to have a 10-kilometer journey, if you will, and another 27-kilometer range for further, further pursuing of the Akula. Let's go.
Ground torpedo room, firing tube 1.
Let's see what Sierra 1 is going to do. For now, they don't know about the torpedo. They haven't heard it. Their speed is maintaining... Now they've heard it.
Sierra 1
Now they've heard it. I'm going to tell the torpedo to go on a better intercept course. They're doing 32 knots. A side benefit for me of this enemy Akula going a lot faster is that it's going to make it very, very deaf. It's going to be extremely difficult for the Akula to hear me. Because I got a very quiet sub, and on top of that, this guy is making so much noise that he could just not hear me at all. Okay, let's tell this torpedo to go active. Now it's going to go searching for the target. Let's acquire the Akula.
sonar noisemaker bearing 2 1 2.
Let's pop the noisemaker. Let's tell it to ignore the noisemaker. Yep, it's once again looking for the Akula. It seemingly will find the Akula. Can't see him anymore, but hopefully the torpedo can. Where is he? Boom.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1.
Okay.
Last bearing 2 1.
Akula eliminated. No aircraft nearby, no vessels, no weapons, nothing. I think we're good. Yep. Experience gained 30,000. Crew proficiency increased with the sea. Prestige earned 15, and total prestige is 115 now. I'm not sure exactly what prestige means. Continue the mission. This was not the objective. It's just a bit of a side snack, if you will. Now, I wonder where that group is. There's a lot just passing the Philippines here. I suspect that they're going to go all the way around the Horn of Africa, because I tried the mod a bit, and I found that neither the Suez Canal nor the Panama Canal are actually a thing. So you're going to have to work around these larger continents. If you want to go from, let's say, Spain to the Indian Ocean, you're going to have to go all the way around Africa. I don't like how many ships are coming down here past Australia. That's a lot of ships. Interestingly, it seems that there's nothing departing from Murmansk at the moment. So that could be useful. I'm tasked with patrolling the Norwegian Sea. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is over here. I could go out and meet these guys and have the risk of something departing from Murmansk. And then finding that it is not actually... sorry, they're departing from Petropavlovsk. That it's not actually my target. So what I'm thinking is they sail... yeah, they're going to go around Africa. Let's go. We're going to go get these guys. In the meanwhile, just on the ground, we have the NATO forces occupying the city of Tbilisi in Georgia. They've conducted a number of successful ones... successful counterattacks by installing a beachhead in the industrial district of Tbilisi, Georgia. Good. Very good. Where's the enemy? They're moving back. Not all of them. If it's a group with a couple of cruisers, it's going to be a very, very serious threat. Come on. Could we get a satellite flying over, please? Or a plane? Anything? I don't think we're going to be able to detect them. Not with any of our land-based assets or satellites at the moment. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's another group there. That could be it. If they went through the Arctic. That could be it. Let's see if we can go get these guys. Stop. Let them come to me. I'm going to be very, very quiet about it. And we're going to try and wait for these guys. Own speed, 3 knots. Our depth, 18 meters. Battle stations. Let's see.
Con sonar new contact bearing 087. Designated Sierra 1.
Can we hear what this guy is? Sierra 2.
Con sonar new contact bearing 073. Designated Sierra 2.
They're probably going to be escorted by an Udaloy. This is a Kara. This is a cruiser. CGN. Cruiser, guided nuclear. So it has nuclear propulsion, it has guided missiles. All sorts of fun stuff. Now again, there is the risk that there are merchantmen around. So normally, the tactic of just dumping a whole bunch of torpedoes in the water and then running the hell away, probably not my best plan. So what many? I'm still rigged for ultra quiet, so tube 1 has not been reloaded. That's fine. Means I have 5 torpedo tubes standing by. There's a merchantman. Or just a different escort. Where are you? Merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 6 is
What is Sierra 2? It's really loud. Grisha 3. Frigate. Sovrameni is 36 kilometers out. That's how loud these guys are. If I want to catch this guy, I'm going to have to chase him for a long time. This is very quiet. Sierra 5. Is that a boomer? Could it be a Gulf? 'Cause it doesn't line up with anything else. It's not an Oscar because the line next to 1000's out of position. No, that's not it. No. I'm thinking it could be a Gulf class. It's just one that's not going very quickly, and that's probably pretty far away.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as
Okay.
submerged submarine.
Sierra 4. Pretty loud. 73 on the passive. Let's start streaming the towed array. Oh, it's a Sovrameni.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as
20 clicks
escort.
out. I got anti-missile defense on the Sovrameni. The Grisha has anti-missile defense. So just propping a whole bunch of anti-ship missiles into my tubes and then sending those out might work. They just got a lot of protection against it. Anti-missile defense, surface-to-air missiles. Yeah. They're... I really don't want to chase them. At 14 knots, they're pretty quick. If I would launch a torpedo at them, I have the range.
Con sonar new contact bearing.
The torpedo's gonna have to travel a hell of a lot of range.
Designated Sierra 8.
Great, there's more. Okay, stream the towed array.
Deploy the
Backspace is the
tow
hotkey for that.
array. Aye, sir.
And the towed array is just another sonar array. That's gonna help me because it's generally a lot more... well, not so strictly more effective. It's further away from your own boat, so your own boat's not generating as much noise. That's my understanding of it. There's the merchant. Confirmed. This guy's still 50%. I need a better solution on the Sovrameni before I know what I'm dealing with. I suspect he's in formation with the Sierra 2 and Sierra 3 contact. Just really need to know what I'm dealing with. Sierra 1... unknown. Sovrameni, 61. Here's the other one. Big ass ship here. Capable of doing 33 knots. Very noisy. Frigate radar, AK-130 guns. Well, essentially might know this thing from Wargame Red Dragon. As the Sovrameni class. I don't know what this guy's up to. Sierra 4. If he's closing in, then if I do launch missiles at these ships, I'm going to have less time responding. Because if he shoots back at me, I cannot run away as quickly. Or at least the distance between myself and the spot where the torpedo is likely going to... well, let's say rocket-assisted torpedo is likely going to impact are more problematic. You've been fully ID'd. Range 16 clicks. Okay. What about Sierra 1? I don't exactly know about Sierra 1. Interesting.
Retrieve the towed array. Aye, aye, sir.
What's this Kara doing? Because this is one of my targets.
Con sonar Sierra 7 is classified as merchant.
Okay, that's good to know. We're going to have to make sure that the trawler does not take a hit. So Vlameni's turning around. He's doing 14 knots, casually moving around 15 kilometers out. Not too big of a threat. Sierra 8 still really far away. Likely, anyway. This guy just did a full circle. If I send a torpedo up the ass of the Sovrameni, it won't hear it.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0, 6, 4. Contact faded.
Send it.
Con torpedo room, firing tube 2.
Tube 2's away.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0, 6, 4.
He's doing 9 knots,
Contact
11,
faded.
13, 14.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0, 6, 3. Contact faded.
My torpedo is now directly in the path between my target, the Sovrameni, and myself. So I can't very well hear it at the moment.
6, 3.
Solution's down to 35%. I need to get a better position. But at the same time, the torpedo needs to go towards the target.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0.
Sovrameni's been reestablished. There's the Kara.
Contact faded.
You're pretty close. 24 knots. That's an interesting target to go for. High value. Okay. Sovrameni's 54%, 55. He's doing 24 knots. He could be running away.
Lost contact. Sierra 2.
There.
Last bearing 0,
Okay.
6, 2.
I can still control this torpedo, so let's do that. Let's tell this torpedo to go there. He's dropping noisemakers.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0.
Activate it.
6, 2.
There you go.
Contact faded.
Torpedo is locked onto the Sovrameni. There he is. I'm not sure if I can take it down with one torpedo. It would be great if I could. Because that way I can save some torpedoes.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 0.
Ignore the noisemaker.
1.
Boom.
Con sonar.
Sovrameni is disabled and destroyed.
4. Last bearing 0.
Now the Kara
0.
is even bigger.
Breaking up.
Look at the size of this monster. 9,700 tons of cruiser. Got Silex missiles on it, which are nuclear. The torpedoes, you got the RBUs, which are these launchers on the bow. All sorts of gun systems. I have a helicopter. I'm not sure if it is on the deck, so it's not airborne, which is interesting because they just lost one of their destroyers. You'd think that they'd be fairly interested in figuring out what the hell that is. This icon. Let's see how the rest of the group's responding. This Sovrameni seems to be going back. Sierra 3, figuring out what the hell happened to his ally. Kara is still maintaining 23 knots.
Contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0. 6. 1. Contact faded.
Seeing as they're not actively shooting back, I suspect they don't exactly know where I'm at.
Last bearing 0. 6. 1. Contact
I'm just
faded.
casually, slowly at 3 knots moving
Con
forward.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0. 6.
Yeah, this Sovrameni is not happy.
Contact faded.
There's the Grisha as well.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0. 6.
Okay, we're gonna send 2 torpedoes at that cruiser. One.
Con torpedo room, firing tube 3.
Still have 2 torpedoes ready. I'm not gonna be using the other torpedoes to, or I'm not gonna reload the other torpedoes.
0. 6.
Because even though I made some noise with the launch, I still think they don't exactly know where I'm at.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0.
this point, I'm losing track of the Kara because I am now looking at the torpedoes between myself and the target. Hold on, Sunshine. I have to tell you to go here. Tube 4 or torpedo 4 go there. Let's wake the torpedoes up. Acquired.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
Tube 3 and 4 have acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
I'm gonna try and distract the torpedoes now. Looks like torpedo 4 is not very interested in your noisemaker there. This could be a kill. What the hell? Torpedo 4 just got completely spoofed by the torpedo, by the decoy there. Shit. Gentlemen, I need you to turn around. This is why I'm trying to keep my wires attached to the torpedoes, because it means that you can still control them. There. Torpedo 3, come around. Where are you at? Turn. Come on, gentlemen. Ignore the noisemakers. Go and look for the cruiser. Wow. These torpedoes are getting very seriously distracted by the noisemakers. Turn to port. Turn. Don't care about the wake. Okay, torpedo 3 is back on target. Torpedo 4 is back on target. They're gonna make a hard turn to port. Probably try and dodge. I think you're gonna dodge this torp though. Noisemaker. Ignore the noisemaker. Yeah, we got him. He's out. Torpedo 4 is not strictly required, but I don't mind. Now, the good thing about having this situation develop over a longer period of time is that the two trawlers, or the trawler and the merchantman, are slightly outside of the combat area right now. Let's see, if this torpedo still has enough room to maneuver, if you will, I could try vectoring it towards the Sovereign. It's a hell of a distance for it, but I don't have anything else for it to do.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 0.
I'm not sure if it has the fuel to go there, but let's check it out. And meanwhile, I'm going to set a course due north to make sure I can still hear sonar or Sierra 3. I'm going to secure from ultra quiet. I want to make sure I have some more torpedoes ready.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 0, 6.
Con, helm, steady course.
We're on torpedo room, tube 4, ready.
Okay, torpedoes 1 through 4, or sorry, tubes 1 through 4 have been reloaded.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 0, 6, 0.
The problem with this torpedo is I have no further control over it. Never mind. It ran out.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 0, 6, 0.
Ultra quiet again.
Rig ship, ultra quiet.
Let's wait for the Sovereign to come closer, and then just present a torpedo right in front of him.
0, 6, 1. Contact faded.
Solution's pretty bad, though. We do have him on the towed array. Solution's 82 is not really good enough. Because if he's turning, I wouldn't know about it. So far, sinking a Sovereign and a Kara, I think I did fairly okay with this mission. Let's wait for this cruiser to come close, or sorry, this destroyer to come closer. A little while later, we have re-established contact with the Sovereign, the Sierra 3 contact. Range 20 kilometers. Seeing as my torpedoes have a range of 50, this is easy. So far, the ATCAPs have proven to be very capable. Let's send one torpedo out.
Con, torpedo room, firing tube 1.
Let's wait for that torpedo to start homing in on the Sovereign. If it doesn't work, I can always send another. I still have a few left, 16. I'm not sure if that other cruiser's still around here. I don't know about Sierra 8. I don't exactly know where Sierra 2 is. I think the Sovereign, the dead one, is still making a fairly serious amount of noise.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing,
Yeah.
0, 6, 5.
Come left.
New course.
3, 2, 5. Helm aye.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra.
Con, helm, steady course.
They really don't know where the Grisha is.
Contact on. Sierra 2, bearing, 0, 6, 5. Con, sonar,
It could be anywhere at this point.
on. Sierra
I think the Sovereign might be aware that they have an
6.
incoming death penalty.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6.
No, they're zigzagging.
Bearing, 0, 0.
Go here.
5. Contact faded.
Turn active. Acquire the Sovereign.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 2, bearing,
Good.
0, 6.
Noisemaker spoofed him a little, and we got him.
Con, sonar,
That's another Sovereign down.
0, 8. 3.
Now I really want to know what this Grisha is up to. Where are you going?
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing, 0, 6.
We're gaining contact, we're losing contact, we're gaining contact, we're losing contact. We have a layer, right? Yeah. Okay, good. We're going to use that. We're going to go to a depth of 76. We're going to increase speed. We're going to run 20 knots. I want to pass these two shipwrecks because they're still making noise. And I want to figure out exactly what is going on with that Grisha.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing, 0, 6, 9. Contact faded. Con, sonar, lost contact.
If this is another
Sierra 2,
target, it could be
last
interesting.
Bearing, 0, 7, 1. Contact faded.
A little while later, the Grisha 3 has indeed come to investigate the death of the two Sovereign. And with that, while only being a 950-ton target, it's not very interesting, but it is part of my mission. Because it's one of the escort of the cruiser, Kara, that we sunk quite a while ago. So I am going to welcome it with a torpedo. And it's going to take the torpedo a while to get there. It still have about 25-kilometer range left in it to chase. Let's tell the torpedo to go there.
Firing tube 2.
Really hope I can keep track of this torpedo, because this target could be very maneuverable. It's a small craft, the Grisha. 950 tons relative to the cruiser, it's about a tenth. Could be far more maneuverable, could make it more difficult for the torpedo. It is also armed with a towed array, with a passive sonar array, and with torpedoes. So I am rather careful about engaging this guy. Is that a torpedo launch? Hell yes. Make that a second torpedo launch. Problematic. Looking for surface contact. So don't go all the way down. We're both going to be busy dodging torpedoes fairly soon. He's not real. Why is he sticking around? 17 knots. Let's wake the torpedo up. See if we can find it. Yep.
Con,
Torpedo has acquired the target. I wonder how many noisemakers this guy carries. Decoys. Yep, it just launched one.
Noisemaker bearing 1.
There it is.
1.
Just ignore the noisemaker, go for the bigger noisemaker, being the frigate. Come on. No. Okay. Allow me to educate you, my dear torpedo. This is not the target. Right over there. That's your target. Probably. Yep, noisemaker. Ignore the noisemaker.
Bearing 1, 3, 8.
Yeah, now you're in trouble. Boom.
Con sonar
Okay.
lost contact. Sierra
Now I have 2
2,
torpedoes coming at me.
bearing 1, 3.
They're still zigzagging, so they're definitely searching. We're going to reload the tubes. We're going to move at 20 knots
Come right to.
away from these threats.
5, helm
Or
aye.
at least outside the path of these threats.
Gun torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
There's supposedly still CR5 out there, Gulf, the submarine. I'm not going to chase that, because I probably won't be able to find it again. Oh, I don't like this. I like this one bit. It's actively pinging. Nope, deeper.
Make depth 198 dive
Deep, 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 deep. Torpedo's still looking around.
Con dive at 198 dive I.
There's my boat. Torpedo is passing. Did not acquire. Good. And it blew up because it ran out of fuel. Perfect. I think I can leave the area. Yep. We got all the targets we came for. The car, the Grisha, 2 silver minis. Very nice. 27,610 experience gained. Crew proficiency increased. Prestige earned none? Really? Okay. I would expect to gain at least some prestige from sinking a cruiser and 2 destroyers. Excellent initiative. This was not the mission. Okay. Great. Bronze star. That's very nice, but it's not the target. It is where I'll leave you guys with this episode. Next time around, we're going to look for these cruisers again. And, well, they might still be on their course to traverse the Horn of Africa. We will greet them warmly with a fresh pair of torpedoes in the next episode. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments.